Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Memoland. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't currently have that many applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to callofthebeastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's the show.
Is there anything you could tell me about how you died or who killed you?
I was dismembered alive by a two-legged bumblebee. My sons watched. It had a giant axe. It first severed my left leg, and then my right arm. I think I blacked out after that.
Ask her if she did the hokey pokey.
Why in the world would I be respectful?
Why in the world would I do that?
I see. That is very unfortunate. I'm sorry for what happened to you and your family.
It doesn't seem to respond to your speech in any meaningful way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no need to be going to pieces, everybody.
We can't. Okay.
Yeah, hold your shit together. All right, no crying.
I'm sorry. It's just the way he said it was like, why on earth would I do that?
I guess you could say she bought the farm and it cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah. You could say she bought the farm. What? No one laughs at that one? You guys suck. All right, ask your next question, Lesk.
Now, I know you probably have no idea of what that creature over there in the field is, but did that appear before you died, or were you?
I don't know.
I see. I suppose I shall ask you one more question. If you had the chance, would you like me to seek out, or would you like to seek out vengeance against the one who killed you?
Vengeance? Vengeance. 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 You see that your spell is somehow being amplified. The animating spirit spreads to the other skulls, and they yell in a single harmonious tone, vengeance, vengeance. Those of you that are watching the spirit see it pulse, see the flames rage around it. It stands up straight and seems to quiver. It makes a motion. It's well, give me an insight check from those that are still watching him. Okay. So it takes a little bit of imagination. But you think that if it still had a head, it would be dramatically screaming into the air with the way its arms are outstretched and clenched into fists.
And that's All of its fists, even the fiery ones?
Those ones are waving around independently. Some of them are making like chopping or smashing motions. Two are even playing rock, paper, scissors.
And they're both
One of
losing.
one of the hands comes over and slaps him, and he's just like, "Oh yeah," and shakes it into a fist.
Right? Yeah, as one does. You got to break up all this murder and drama with some comedy every now and then. You're welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well then, before I cut my spell, I say, well then, I will try and send the one who did this to you all to you, so that you can seek your vengeance in the afterlife.
Oh, I'm
Right.
actually. I appreciate your enthusiasm there, and you definitely say it. However, your words are drowned out by the words vengeance, 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 until your spell manually cuts itself off as your last question has been answered.
And with that, I look over to the spirit of dead that presumably was created because of this horrible massacre. There's always a need for violence in the world, but doing it this way just isn't right. Spirits of the dead should stay with the dead. Leave the living. Leave the matters of the living
To the
those
living.
that are still alive.
So we gotta take that guy out, right?
No, we're just gonna walk away. Yes, of course.
Did we take him with us?
No.
We set him on
I
fire.
mean, how?
Listen,
He is
Asaites,
already on fire.
I know
Okay.
your obsession with fire is great, but we need to focus.
Um,
All right, I pull out an arrow
J-
and I shoot him.
No.
That was a very unceremonious way of starting
Can I
a fight.
fire an arrow to fire at his arrow?
okay. So 2 arrows go streaking from cover at this creature. And
Wait, what?
give me attack rolls. Wait, are you guys firing at it or not?
I'm
No.
I'm firing at his arrow, so it doesn't hit the creature.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Give me an attack with disadvantage.
Me.
Yeah, you. And Asaites, just give me a straight attack.
Well,
1 roll.
That sucks.
he rolled a nat 20.
Asaites did?
Yeah.
Oh. It looks like your antics did not work this time. As Asaites' arrow goes to its intended target and strikes it in the back of the shoulder. Now, is this a normal arrow?
No, it's my thorn arrows.
Okay.
Oh, magical. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Dealing a whopping... Wow, I can't see because of the night.
35?
That's what?
35.
No, what? No. Let's see, that's 22 plus 6, 28 times 2, 40, 56.
That's 56.
56 for the crit. Yeah. Slams into this creature and deals damage. It turns immediately towards you and sinks into the ground.
I'm going away.
I'm gonna go ahead and flap up into the air.
Dirk is also going to fly into the air.
I'm not in the clearing, so I'm gonna climb a tree because I've been watching all this.
If there is something I can climb onto, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, everyone scatters. As far as climbing onto stuff, most of the wreckage is spewing hot fire. Yeah. But worry not, you, because there's only one target that it's really seeking out at this moment.
Wonderful.
Ascites, as you scatter for cover, behind you emerges from the ground a four-armed humanoid with a flaming sword. Go ahead and give me initiative.
Yeah.
Winning.
Just a second. I got a 21.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow. Awesome. So, it's going to slash at you with its burnt sword. I'm going to make my rolls public for this.
And what I'm going to do as I'm going toe to toe with this thing, I'm going to try to stay open where everybody else can get a clear shot at it, and I'll just run around in circles.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So it made one burnt sword attack at you and missed with a 13. It makes another one with the same sword and misses. However, it's going to go ahead and start reaching out with all of its other hands. It's going to make one. What's your AC?
15.
Okay. Okay. So you dodge two sword attacks in one hand before one touches you into the side, and it enters your body incorporeally, but it burns. It burns so bad that you think that your soul is being scorched. A second one enters your gut. A third one misses, but
Oh,
the
the-
fourth one, I mean,
I'll only
isn't
hit
this the
4.
last one? Yeah, don't. It has 8 arms, but 6 of them are the flaming ones. I
Oh.
just misspoke. So it was 2 sword attacks plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it actually has one more. It hit you with 4 of them. One of them's a crit. I'll do that last. Please hold as I look up the damage for this motherfucker. Oh, look at you. Are you resistant to force or fire damage? I don't think so, right?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so he's going to be doing 14 on the first hit as the force damage pierces you and then burns and cauterizes the wound.
What about my uncanny dodge?
You can uncanny dodge one of these 4 attacks. Use it wisely, my friend.
Okay.
The second one in your gut doesn't go as deep, only dealing 8. The third one, this is the crit. Ooh, that's 17 points of damage to your lower chest area. Would you like to uncanny dodge that one, maybe?
It depends.
Oh, sorry, that's the crit. So it's actually 34.
4.
Yeah.
And the fourth one is going to be 11.
So I take a total of 50.
Yep.
Yes, since you're having the crit back into a normal hit. And then it's going to end its turn. Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not killing that thing in one round.
It's quite the turn.
How far away is he from me?
He is in melee, 5 feet.
He
He
is-
came out of the ground behind you as you're seeking cover and just started whooping your ass.
All right, I'm going to use my short sword on him. That's the end of his turn. Is that the end of the turn?
Well, yeah. You guys can go.
All right, enough of this.
We
26.
could. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
28 damage.
Alrighty then. Let's see. 17 to hit. That's his natural armor class. However, he's going to one of the beads that is circling his neck that I had mentioned leaps towards your blow and explodes into a temporary shielding effect. He increases his AC by 3 until his next turn. He is now down to 5 of those beads.
Okay, after that attack, I'm going to use a bonus action dash away from him, but try to keep him centrally located in the middle of everybody else.
All right, he's going to make a burnt sword slashing attack at you as you run away from him. Wait, did you say dash or disengage? You meant
Dash.
disengage, right? You meant dash? Okay. So yeah, he's going to attack you. 17 to hit.
15.
Yep. So 1d8 plus 4 plus 3d6 fire damage. Ooh. So 12 plus 11,
23.
that's 23. That's another 23 points of damage to Ascites. My friend, you have 1 hit point left.
I'm aware of that.
If we attack that, he's going to come after all of us.
Well, there's 5 of you and 1 of him, and
Okay,
I'm dancing
that-
with him right now. I'll kill this thing.
We're not going to kill it in one round. That's the
I
problem.
hear you, cowardly Ethan, but is you so terrified as well?
Okay, you bases his decisions off of prior experiences, and when he sees that everyone going into something that will just simply kill them, that is not wise tactics.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
sprint
got
full
he's
force
got
at a
one
dragon.
more round. He's got one more round with me. I've got his attention. He can't he can't get to all of you in one turn. You've got 2 turns.
We
to
have
do
not
damage.
provoked him, though.
You've got 2 turns to do damage before he comes after you. Because he'll take me out next turn. That'd be stupid to leave
He's
me
gonna
hanging around.
take you out like death.
Let me
He's going to kill you.
let me simplify this. Does anyone jump into initiative?
No.
I'm not touching that.
I'm looking at what I can do.
If it makes any advances, then I'll start shooting arrows at it.
Okay.
The priestly side of me wants to help Ascites. The smart side of me says that was a really dumb idea, attacking the flaming undead with 4 arms. Before
arms.
anyone, 8 arms, sorry, before anyone had any chance to prepare spells or tactics or any battle plans.
Well, how about
And
I give us
so
that time?
I'm going to prep Revivify, and I'm going to wait for him to die.
Jeez.
Because he is going to die.
Very well. Ascites,
However,
you have run away from it. It has stabbed you, and now it is its turn. Since no one is immediately coming to your rescue.
maybe this will teach you a lesson of attacking
Oh.
first and asking questions later.
What are you doing?
Did you roll initiative?
Oh, Rune of Imprisonment. Okay. I was giving people the option to jump in on Ascites
Oh, got it.
initiatives. So, yeah, that's... what is your total?
24?
That is going to hit him. Yes.
Who did you imprison, me or him?
Him, the flaming arm dude.
Okay, so this glowing rune that you had seen in action before slams into the spiritual entity and sucks him into the calligraphy that is sitting there glowing in midair. He is gone for all intents and purposes.
For 1 minute.
For up to a minute.
We need to get out of here right now.
Yes, we do. We need to leave, and we need to leave quickly.
I'm game.
Alright. Let's go.
All right, you guys
we
get
could prep.
No. There's no way in hell that we beat this thing without much more thorough than 1 minute preparation.
no,
time. We
no one has the courage to stand and fight this thing.
Those are the
we
wrong
will be
words.
fighting this
Those
thing.
are the wrong words.
It's like,
We
Yeah.
will be fighting this thing, but
Do we
fighting
think it can fly?
It has 8
It didn't-
arms.
It didn't seem to leave the ground yet. I mean, it went underground, but it hasn't gone out of ground.
I have the nasty feeling that it's probably going to chase after us anyway.
I could stick it in a tube for 10 minutes.
I hand Ascites a potion of superior healing and greater healing.
I put on my gauntlets and I run up to them. To everybody else that was out there already.
The invisible walls will prevent ethereal travel as well.
Who's snoring?
Calvin!
What?
You were snoring.
I was joking.
Oh.
I wasn't. I
Still
wasn't
lost you there for a second.
You guys had 3 rounds to beat this thing to death, and
Took
you
you to-
stood there and watched me get roasted.
It took
Clang.
you to 1
Oh,
HP
he
in
only
1 round.
acted twice.
This is-
Actually, he
still-
only acted once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still,
1 round. Took you to 1 HP.
Yeah, and then I shoved him away.
Yeah.
So, are you fleeing or are you fighting?
I
Fight,
think
fight.
we have to fight.
Ultimately, you know that this. Give me a religion check, Lesk.
Another 18.
Okay. You know that this is the spirit of whatever villagers were killed here.
I've already made a promise that I would deal with the people that did this to this village.
I would not attack it then if you made that promise.
No, but this is not the right way to go about things. We don't have much time. We're fighting this here and now. Everyone get ready.
okay,
I summon a celestial.
I
Oh,
saw
shit.
Astral arms.
I'm sorry, you do what? What kind of celestial?
I do Avenger. Or maybe I should do Defender, actually. I'm gonna do defender
does-
actually.
How does this work?
I have no
Celestial
idea.
spirit?
Yes, summon celestial. Just the spell. I'll post it. This is costing me a lot of money, a whole lot of money.
Okay.
Hey, it doesn't consume it though.
That is a large celestial. How long does it take to cast this spell?
One action.
One action.
Oh my god.
I mean, the material component isn't consumed.
Is it? I thought it said it was.
Not for these summoning spells, no.
Oh,
So
well then.
what were you doing, the defender?
Yes, the defender.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and describe this fucking radiant Asgardian celestial that you summon?
After I get done saying that we are fighting it here and we're fighting it now, everyone get ready. I basically slam my hammer into the ground, and I start just funneling holy radiant energy forth, and you hear crackling as this form starts to appear. This majestic giant form
Majestic.
Majestic.
with a shut up. With a giant tower shield in hand.
Awesome.
Is your classic Asgardian braided beard, massive form.
He looks like a corn-fed Norseman.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome, but he's like 10 feet tall, so...
Oh yeah.
You hear Dirk in the background. Where was this guy in the avalanche?
And he's like, I'm here to serve.
I do not know the stats of a Defender Celestial, and I've
Well?
not been able to find it.
Let me go ahead and show you them.
Perfect.
I'll go ahead and show it to everyone. Bucket. Alright, so y'all are standing around this glowing rune. This ends here and now. Everyone get prepared. Gizzard's gonna drop his spell. I guess everyone would be kind of huddled behind the defender.
Do we want me to just like stick it in like a tube or a box or something? Because I can do that.
Do we have anything?
What do you mean,
that
the
opens
room?
ground?
No, wall of force it again. Like leave the top open so we can still put in attacks, as long as it can't fly.
I'd just make sure it can't do that thing where it sinks into the ground.
Yeah, I can put one on. I can put a panel under it, and it blocks ethereal travel too. So
Legit, is that what you want to do?
yeah, sure. I'll use a 5th level spell slot, but I'll wait until everyone's ready because as soon as I cast Wall of Force,
The rune will break. Okay.
I will also summon my spiritual weapon, which is not concentration. And I will do that at 4th level.
All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grant you guys the winning initiative. You're prepared for the moment when this thing reemerges back from the rune.
do we want the tea room to run into just in case? Because that one's not concentration.
Ascides, did you move back? And I feel like Ascides should go back and be an archer now.
How much health do you have, Ascites?
I've got 66 now after your potions and the 3 I had. Of course, I could only take, in 1 minute, I could only take...
Remember, potions have multiple uses.
Well, I've got 66.
Okay. But yeah, remember
I'm
each
good.
potion has 3 charges.
Mm-hmm. So each
Oh,
one of those
good.
potions, Yes, each one of those
Oh,
potions
crap. Why
don't.
didn't I drink that one twice?
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Was
I've
it
still got.
for
Yeah,
our
I'm
viewers?
good.
That's not standard. That's a house rule that I implemented from a friend of mine that uses it because we didn't have a healing cleric in the party. I thought it would be more useful.
Okay, well, I've still got 2 of those left for the super and the greater.
All
But
right, cool.
anyway, I'm 66. I'm good with that.
Is everyone else ready?
Is there any trees?
Negative. This was all cleared out for farmland. It's a big clearing.
Is that
Probably about
no
60.
on the tea room?
Let's not give ourselves a way out. We fight it, we beat it, here and now.
Is there anything to
It's not
use?
necessarily a way out. It's a safe space.
I believe it also presumes you need magical weapons to actually harm it.
Do not
Uh,
say them.
What were you saying,
Giant-
Ascites?
Is there any place I could take cover on the ground?
Yes, there are like debris and stuff that are lying
well,
around.
if everybody else will fight this thing with me this time, I'll stay on the ground and get his attention and let him come after me while everybody else attacks.
You're telling us before you attack. That's good.
Hey, that's a good sign.
And if it
Awesome.
gets, and if I don't die, I'll repotion myself.
Worry not, little mortal, the giant says. He clangs his shield on the ground. No harm will come to you if I can help it. Release the sigil, bird.
All right. So I'm going to put 5 10 by 10 panels, one on each side, one underneath.
Can I ask you why on each side?
So it can't get out.
But it's going to stop the people that are on the ground from it hitting it.
Leave the front of it open. Just make sure that it can't get out without going through us.
I could do one panel that's like 4 or 5 foot high by 10 foot.
Just leave the front of the panel open, basically.
We want a
Like an
clear
open
shot.
spot.
Yeah, I could just funnel it and then keep.
You cut out. Did anyone else catch that?
Nope.
Is it just me?
So I could just prevent him from moving forward or going underneath the ground if that helps, instead of just enclosing him in.
You are rapidly reaching the time limit of the glyph.
Leave the front open so the defender can do its thing.
All right, I'll just leave.
The box, but facing
Yeah.
us instead of this guy.
Yeah, leave it open to the big guy to deal with him.
Okay.
Uh,
So,
quick meta question. So when it is in that type of box, I can't exactly do like ice storm in it
no.
because of the wall, the force.
Correct.
It just doesn't allow things to go through it. It's not the one-sided.
It's
Yeah.
completely two-sided. It's
Right.
an impenetrable wall.
Cool. Just before I do any spells that end up having no effect. Because
Yeah.
Shade last campaign.
You can't really do...
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Things could pass through.
Now, not to get too meta on you guys, but don't you think it'd be a little bit more effective to surround the glyph and then just attack it when it comes out, rather than leave it open and then have one person attack it at a time?
If we can't attack it from the sides and the back, then that just leaves one opening.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I sure as hell ain't getting in melee range of that thing unless I have to.
Yeah, I'd rather not, and I don't
Odier
really
could-
have anything
O-
to
You
Odier
could
long
all
range.
hit it from the same side.
Todier could go around the back of it.
What's his movement speed?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, he caught up to you and got up to you 5 feet within you, so, I mean,
But I wasn't moving.
you were running to safety.
No, I did that after he moved. I didn't move when he disappeared.
Yeah, everyone else scattered when he moved. Ascites was just standing there like, wait, what just happened?
I
Anyway,
couldn't shape them like bars, could I? So we could shoot
So-
through them?
try and get through this real quick because it's getting rather late.
Yeah,
So,
I just put the force field under him so he can't go underground again, and then I'll go to the other side of him.
I'm also fine with that.
I already spent the key point to summon my astral arms in case you didn't catch that.
Cool. Yeah. All right, so you guys take your positions. The only two creatures within 5 foot of the glyph are this guardian spirit and Todier. The rest of you are
Also my
within-
spiritual weapon.
and the spiritual weapon, although that's not a creature, it does count for the purposes of this. And the wall of force gets summoned underneath the glyph, and the glyph breaks, shatters in front of you. And a reverse vortex places this creature back into its position. All 8 arms flailing, and go ahead and give me your round, because you have the initiative.
Well, the wall of force would be my action.
Yep. So everyone but Gizzard.
I'll give it some wax.
Okay, you give it some wax. Are you within 5 feet of it or 10 feet of it? Quick question.
10 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it I have.
Does that still give the defender advantage?
No.
Alright.
Do I have advantage since she's? Is he facing
Does he
me
have
or away from
advantage
me?
over here?
Essentially,
Sorry, what? You kind of cut out a little bit there, too.
is he facing me or away from me? So do I have advantage or not?
He is facing away from you and somewhat confused. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you melee guys advantage on this one. Okay.
Does he still have the damage from the previous round?
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, he was basically just in stasis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ruin of Imprisonment is a very fun spell.
It's handy dandy.
All right, so with a series of attacks from Todier, dealing a total of, what is that, 23 plus 24, so 48, wait, 47. Some heavy hits get delivered to the back of this flaming creature. Who's next?
No, I got a 22.
Oh, wait,
Damage.
sorry, hold on a second. No one else is within 10 feet of Todier, right?
I'm
Right.
standing directly behind my defender, basically.
Okay.
They should be like at least 15, 20 feet on the other.
You know
side
what? Yeah.
from me,
No,
so
you're fine.
30
Okay.
something.
So who's next? Sorry.
I got 22 points of damage, hit with a 28.
Okay. 22 points of damage, you say?
23 with the thorn arrows.
Okay. That slams into him. He gives a jerk reaction. Anyone else?
I will do Shatter, and my spiritual weapon attack.
Okay. So, Shatter. Constitution saving throw, eh? That's gonna succeed. However, the spiritual weapon's gonna hit, and he still gets half damage from the shatter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Wait, is it already dead? Well,
Yeah,
then,
how do you want to do this?
I will just shatter, just right next to its head, Well, it doesn't have a head. This is very anticlimactic.
Where its head should be.
I will shoot.
Yeah, well, it had 130 life. It just has a lot of attacks and has a high damage output.
I was expecting a much more fight. Well, then I'll just have my spiritual weapon stab into it and flop over and die.
It's a hammer.
You should scream, "Vengeance is mine!" Oh,
It
I
smacks
put
it,
you
makes-
to rest, spirits.
The
Slam!
The
Radiant
defender
energy and
didn't
light.
even get to do anything.
the handle
That's what
of
I was
the
kind of
hammer-
laughing about.
I say the
I
handle
was
of
like,
the hammer goes down.
I didn't want to correct Ethan, but with a concentrated effort, you guys totally could have taken this thing down one round. Anyway.
Sorry, Ascides.
I'm not sorry. That was still a dumb move by your
Hey,
part.
I did something.
Yes,
I react.
military-wise, within character, that's not something you would do. That would
well,
literally
I've
be
been in the military. I know what I would do.
okay, but I wouldn't
Yeah, no,
trespass my
that's
other
fine.
members knowing their character.
Yeah, that's fair.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't want to correct you or anything, while
Oh,
we're
you're
in the
good.
moment. Because I know you're playing your character the way you see him. I'm never going to
So-
criticize that.
You're just standing there waiting, like, what's going to happen?
The body incinerates itself into a very fine form of ash and is quickly being taken up by the breeze.
Ooh, can I collect some?
You grab a potion bottle and you scramble towards it. Give me a dexterity check.
I'm almost a little bit embarrassed.
21.
Yeah, you managed to capture some remnant dust.
I was saving the Summon Celestial for a big fight.
Oh,
Yeah, he looks kind of embarrassed too for you. Kind of like, yeah,
Like,
Our good
why'd you
boss,
even tell me, bro?
you know.
You don't even need me.
some foes have performance issues. I get it. Maybe just my presence here helped somehow. I hope.
We-
You definitely
I'm
made
gonna,
me-
I'm gonna go ahead and tell Thor that I helped. If
you-
that's
you
okay
helped a
with you,
lot. I felt very
Thank you,
safe
thank
back
you.
here.
I appreciate it. That's my job.
Should have been here earlier when we were fighting the rocks. Ugh.
Oh, if you would have summoned me, I would have.
Nah,
Totally
just didn't
helped
have the time.
Anyway, is it cool if I head back? They're about to start the feast again. It's like a hour-long cycle,
Yeah, I guess.
feast and war.
Do your healing thing on Ascites and you can head back.
Yeah. Wait, he has a healing thing?
All Celestials have Radiant Touch or something like that. They healing touch once per day. Celestial touches another creature. The target magically regains hit points equal to 2d8 plus the spell's level.
Cool. Yeah, he reaches out a hand and just kind of pats your cat head, like good kitty. And it closes your wounds for 2d8 plus the spell's level,
5.
which is 5. 2d8 plus 5.
And then he-
So we rejoin in glorious battle again, my brothers. And he salutes you all. And a beam of light from the heavens strikes him. And he disappears.
Is it
Well-
rainbow colored light?
It is, in fact, somewhat rainbow colored.
Well, my thinking was we've taken out 2 wyverns. We destroyed the owlbears. We took out 2 remores. One was an adult. And, of course, we lost Dirtle in the process, but we did kill the thing. And then we were faced with this rock that we easily could have shredded if I hadn't fallen off and could have blinded him. We could have taken that rock down, no problem. So I wasn't really afraid of this thing because obviously it wasn't going after whoever attacked the farm, but it was just kind of lolling around if somebody came back. Why would somebody come back? I don't know.
The main point is that it took you down to 1 hit point with ease on its
Yeah.
single round.
But I feel him, though. It's not something that you just walk away from knowing that this is a farm that someone might try to rebuild one day. You know,
And
so I
even
see his
I-
point.
I never
I
had
still
plans to
had,
walk away from this.
Yeah,
I had
this is fertile ground here. This is valuable, right?
I had I had 3 potions of healing, so I wasn't really worried if I got down to 1 hit point. I'd just run away and go heal myself. I can
Mhm.
hide from it fairly easy, but what I was trying to do is to keep it engaged while you all just shredded this thing because it can't attack all of us at once.
I mean, maybe just tell us the plan before you shoot the arrow and not after we've killed it.
Yeah, a
Is
lot of my stuff kind of has an area of an effect, so if you're
is it
standing right next to it, it can hurt you
I
too.
also have quite the large area of effect when it comes to most of my things, radiuses of 20 feet or more. You know, I
Yeah, some of
would
my
have very
stuff's 5
easily
feet
just
too.
killed you in the crossfire.
Hey Josh,
You
for
know,
that particular creature, did only magical items affect it?
That particular creature, I think, had resistance.
I don't think it was
To
hit by anything
It
non-magical.
actually did
Yeah.
not have resistance to
Okay.
non-magical weapons.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah,
No, but
Calvin.
yeah, it had
but
other things.
the only thing is sometimes cats are spontaneous, and you know, I'm looking at it like this isn't getting us anywhere. He's obviously not going to go after the bumblebee with 2 legs, and
Well,
he's not helping us. He's just in the way. So
I, for
I
one,
mean,
regardless of tact, appreciate the decisiveness. So, I appreciate you.
but
I
I
don't
will
That's
care.
say
what
this.
Dennis
It was
Haitis
really
character.
funny. It was
I
really
will
funny
say,
to just be like, "All right, let's go."
Go ahead and give me initiative. Let's do this.
Oh, okay.
well, one thing I was thinking, um, since Lesk had promised to carry vengeance, and this thing's just kind of lolling around, not dealing out anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
We
need to
will,
exist. You've taken up the mantle.
we will dispense the vengeance by getting rid of whatever that was. But I'm glad Gizzard was it Gizzard that got the dust.
Yeah.
So,
I've,
Lesk,
got,
on that
I've, got,
note, do you
I've,
have any idea what this thing was?
Huh? Sorry.
I said, Lesk, on that note, since he was talking about this creature, do you care to shed some light on what this thing was?
Fun fact, I actually don't know.
Well, I mean, the creature itself is, obviously fairly obscure. However, I gave you plenty of hints.
No,
This
I
creature
legitimately
was an
don't.
amalgamation of the townsfolk that were slaughtered here and burned
Yeah.
alive.
Oh,
That's what I
that I
Um,
had assumed. I thought you were talking
yes.
specific name of creature.
So this is actually the embodiment of the tortured souls killed here.
hmm
and they're farmers. They're not fighters.
Yeah, agreed.
But since you have the ashes, here's what I'm thinking. I'll go ahead and tell you up front before we get there. Why don't we, whenever we find out who did this, and confront whatever that creature was, and kill it? The final blow would be to, as it is dying, pour those ashes in its mouth and say, "Chew on this,"
Hey, I kind of like
and
that.
give
That's
Or
the
That's
just
good.
town.
slit its throat and let the blood mix in with the ashes in the vial.
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, all those are really good. Yeah. Mixing in the ashes to the part of the vengeance. I like that build.
Mhm.
We'll get to that here in a couple weeks, I'm sure. As for tonight, thank you all for coming. I'm glad that we could have yet another session of the Beastlands. And I hope that next week you'll answer the call. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Kalinita.
Calvin's dead.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.